So uh, I'm pretty sure you guys are aware of this new strategy that we are calling. This is called the brick by brick strategy. What that means is identify a large group of clients. Like, for example, we have identified more than 2,500 VP of sales from Accenture who will die to have our services working for them. And how do you convert? You can't convert all the 2,500 at one time, right? It's never going to happen. So what we're going to do, we're going to do brick by brick. So how do we do brick by brick? We're going to take 100 of these 100 VP of sales from Accenture. We're going to research every single VP, their target audience, create screenshots, etc., 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 and going to go to them and tell them how you're going to help them sell better, right, or succeed in their job better, right, and actually show them our work. If we can do it for one VP of Accenture, then the remaining 2,499 can be 1 hour, brick by brick by brick, right? But the focus is one VP of sales from Accenture, and Mohammed Hassan is responsible for converting that deal. How he's going to do that? Okay. So let me take another example so that we can discuss that a little bit more detail. So we went to the bottom because obviously Accenture is very interesting, but we went to the 19th position one, which has only 48 VP of sales, right? I can click on this and you will know exactly the 48 names of those people, who are given to M-Vesa, to go and hunt. Now, what M-Vesa has done is so he's got this research here. So he's going to click on that one, go to the research page. So the research page is going to tell you, everything about how we need to approach the VP of sales in Cadence. And it's going to be every individual. It's not like one for the entire company. Okay. So how many sales executives are there in Cadence? 48 of them. We know that because we've analyzed that. It's already pretty clear. If you want to double check that, all you need to do is click on this 48 number and it will take you exactly to those 48 people who are the VP of sales for Cadence Systems, who are responsible for revenue, for creating the revenue of Cadence System, right? Let it come on and I'll just keep doing it. Where can I do my research? All the research we do was in LinkedIn. What are they selling? Cadence System is selling a lot of things. We haven't really completed this particular thing, but they're selling basically a lot of engineering related stuff, right? And who are they selling it to? Anyway, enterprise data solutions, cloud computing, and product lifecycle. These are the 3 things that they are selling from Cadence. And who are they selling to? Aerospace, automotive, electric. These are the 7 different industries that they are selling to. What is their main problem or main objective? They want to grow revenue and acquire new customers. That's obvious. Do we have a solution? Yes, we have. And do we know who will buy this solution from us? Right? Starting with Mahesh Turaga, who will be our number 1 here. First VP of sales, Mahesh Turaga, to Charlie, to Rebecca, to Sanjay. There are 48 people here who could buy our solution, and each one of them will buy our solution individually. Remember that. We are not trying to pitch to one big guy. We are pitching to each VP and making them buy our solution. How much are they using LinkedIn today? We have checked. Mahesh Turaga is very active, more than 2,000 connections. And, he's posting 3 to 5 posts a day. Ideally, I think, these things could come, inside his name, because we can keep all these things at a company level and, keep the, employee specific details under their names. How many employees are there? It's a large enterprise with more than 10,000 employees and lots of revenue, etc., etc. Will they sign up? Yes. How many jobs we'll get? We'll get at least 48 from those 48 VP of sales, because each one of them will need our services badly. So obviously Cadence is a tier 1 client. We're going to approach a 360 degree. So all this research is about the company. Okay. It's not about the person. Okay. The person research starts right over here. So how are we going to connect with Mahesh, engage with Mahesh, and sell to Mahesh, right? This is how we're going to do it. We first came up with a personalized first message for Mahesh, which is nothing but relationship one-liner for connecting plus standard first message. So what is the best relationship one-liner, for Mahesh? It's, it's quite a lot of work. I don't want to repeat everything. What we found was we researched Mahesh's LinkedIn. We researched Mahesh's Twitter. We found that he has given an interview on Twitter, right? Let me see if I can find his interview, but let's say quickly, I can just show you his interview, Mahesh Raga. And his interview was one of the top hits here, even though this guy doesn't have a Twitter account, or he has a Twitter account, but he's hardly uses it. So he has done an interview with Ann Cow, just a month or two ago. So we use that interview as our relationship one-liner. Hi, Mahesh. I watched your interview with Ann Cow on Twitter, and then realized that you're not very active on Twitter. Then you go to the standard first message. I am a refugee from the Kakuma refugee camp where we are doing blah, blah, blah. Here's the story. Lend us your voice. If you look here, we're not trying to sell anything to him, right? You're just asking him to lend us the voice. So this was the message that M-Vesa should have sent yesterday to Mahesh. M-Vesa, can you confirm that you sent it yesterday to Mahesh? This message?
No, Mr. Nis, I was having a MB's problem.
I see. Okay, cool. No problem. So this was the first message that M-Vesa will use to connect with Mahesh. Once Mahesh connects back, this will be the second message. And again, here you see the first line. The first line is always the killer line, right? Why the first line is a killer line? Because it is the relationship one-liner that we have researched and found, right? And look at the relationship one-liner we came up with Mahesh, right? You are an inspiration for all who wants to study at the highest level as well as lead global businesses. Why are we saying this for Mahesh? Because we know that he is a global leader for a global company, and at the same time, he's finished completing his PhD, right? Which is a doctorate in his discipline, right? So that's why we are saying he's an inspiration for people who wants to study at the highest level as well as lead global businesses. And then we go with a standard second message, right? So the first line is always the relationship one-liner that can only be written for this guy, not for everybody, right? After that, what M-Vesa will do, he'll send this message, when he connects back. After that, things that he will do between the second message and the third message is every day he will make sure that he likes, comments, or share Mahesh's post. Every day, if there is something more inspiring, he will make an original LinkedIn post about Mahesh and say why he's inspired and tag Mahesh on his post. Very aggressive technique, but we just experimented it with one client and we got some amazing, feedback immediately, right? And the last and the final, seller message, right? Now, M-Vesa sent the first message. When he connected, he sent the second message. And when he's speaking to him, this is the final message for actually selling, right? Now, how will he sell? He knows he has to sell, generate revenue service. So his first message has to be, his first line has to be a relationship one-liner for selling about Mahesh's target audience, right? So we, M-Vesa and us, we did a research and found out that the 5 industries that Mahesh is selling to these are the 5. He's selling to the engineering people at a director, CXO, VP level of companies that are really large, right, in the US. So we know that there is 19,000 people, right? So we did this research. We found this, screenshot, and this screenshot, along with this message, will be sent by M-Vesa to Mahesh by saying, "I'm sure you're already connecting with the top CXOs and VPs from the aerospace, automotive, and manufacturing industries. I did a quick analysis of all the top CXOs from these industries, and I found there are more than 19,000 potential clients just in the US. What if you had a digital twin who could connect with all of them every day? What if your digital twin could help you, blah, blah, blah," right? Attach this thing, send it to him. This is all the research we did about Mahesh Turaga. who is the first VP of sales for Cadence here? Who's the next? Charlie, right? So we keep doing detailed research about each one of these guys. Mahesh, then Charlie, right? So Charlie's research is here. Hi, Charlie. I saw your post on something, right? Oh, where is that? So you have to go to Charlie. You have to look at what he has done. So you cannot write this first line without doing real research about Charlie, right? Which we have done, right? And then, we have to change, we change something for here, the first line. We change something, because Charlie is also the same thing, except he's a sales leader for the entire North America. So we added this one line, even more in North America, and then created, another thing and sent it to Charlie. So this is how the next one that we will create is for Rebecca Dobson. Let me just quickly show you. The way you do that is just simply copy it, paste it, because we don't want to repeat a lot of what we already have done. So it's just simple copy paste. What is happening here? Okay, so copy paste this one, and then change the name and do the research and change the relationship one-liners. So I have already shared this with you, right? When is this with you? All you have to do is just duplicate. Just press the button duplicate. You can duplicate it, here, right? It'll just, keep on duplicating. Change the name of this company from Cadence to Accenture. I mean, I taught this yesterday, right? So that's how you do your research. So duplicate everything that I've done here, so that when, let's say, Mohammed Hassan is working on it, he'll simply go and change the name of Cadence to Accenture. From 48, he'll change it to 2,500. And, this is how he will work. Does that make sense? Any questions? Let me know. But I'll just, wanted to give you a good sense of how do we take a client and how do we do this brick by brick approach.